But it just slowly trickled down to like personal problems. So she would kind of get in the way in a sense on Doobies to Dollars because I would ask her, hey, can you come here? Can you do this? Go to this event? And she never could. And really, Illy was the only person who like would say like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I can make it. It was always an issue why Tyra couldn't make it. And damn, after Harold's gone, after Quita's gone, after this, like you have to have a turn. You have to play some kind of role into this, and she couldn't. I sent her and Harold to an event, the first event with Killer D at Luna Lounge. And that, mind you, was the night of my Cam Awards. And something just told me I didn't win the Cam Awards, so I'm like, you know what, let me go check on them, see how everything's going, see how the interviews are going, whatever. I get there, do you know what they're doing? They're smoking hookah and drinking. There's no table set up, there's no um lights, there's no nothing. They're just sitting in the middle of the hookah bar, smoking hookah and drinking. But y'all aren't there to do that. Y'all are there to work. Y'all are supposed to be getting behind the scenes, finding people to interview. Like, that's how it works at these music showcases. But no, they weren't doing that. So I walk in and I find them doing that. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, y'all supposed to be outside with the vendors, with the tables, setting up, doing all this stuff. And no, they couldn't even do that. So that was like strike one for me. Then we did an interview with P Supreme, and I asked, she was having a showcase as well at the funny at the same spot, Luna Lounge. So she was having a showcase there, and so Tyra and Illy agreed to go to that. And so the night went on. I guess they're getting footage, all this stuff, right? So the next day comes, and I don't hear anything from either one of them. And I understand if somebody leaves somewhere at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, like maybe they're tired or whatever, but they all know that I'm up. They know how I operate. They know I'm not going to sleep until I hear that y'all got the content and it's good. So I text them. I'm like, hey, what the fuck? Where's the content? Did y'all get anything? Blah, blah, blah. She starts trying to like break stuff down. Well, P Supreme was mad because she had to go last. What the fuck? She was the headliner. The headliner always goes last. So what is this supposed to mean to me? Then it was other excuses. I'm like, okay, well, she got up there and performed. I seen it on her Instagram. So where's my footage? Oh, well, I was in the bathroom taking a shit. Bitch, you taking a shit in the bathroom? Are you serious? You are in the bathroom taking a shit while the headliner is performing. Illy's phone's dead. Her phone's always dead because she never gave a fuck enough to keep it charged before she went to events. So Tyra, knowing this, should have left her phone with Illy at least. But no, you take your phone to the bathroom, you taking the shit, you come out, P Supreme is no longer there, not performing. Y'all didn't get no footage. Like, y'all didn't get pictures with her. Y'all didn't get footage with her smoking hookah in her section. Y'all didn't get nothing. And I'm just like, okay, try to keep it cool. So at this point in my head, I'm like, fuck it, no more events because obviously people can't go to events and keep this shit together. There was another event we had, Peso's event at Hugh Indy, the one Breezy put on. Guess what? I got footage, but I got no fucking sound. How do you record something with no sound? Please tell me. And your whole, this was on Harold, and we'll get to him in a second. But how do you record all this and you have no sound? Like, that shit was just annoying. Back to Tyra. Um, it got to a point where multiple people on my team and a couple of people that I interviewed were asking me, was she okay? And I was like, well, what do you mean? They're like, look at her hair, look at the way she's dressing, look at all this. And I'm just like, okay, well, let me try to think of a nice way to say this because, I know she don't have just the income at the moment, but at the same time, if you're going to be a part of a podcast, you need to get yourself together. So you can't tell me you don't have no money when you're getting these long ass Cardi B nails that I know cost money. But you can't go fix your hair. You can't go to Follies and buy a $5.99 shirt, $4.99 at Ross. Go to DD's discounts. Get you something to keep yourself up. She never wanted to keep herself up, and it got to a point one day where you know what? I'm not even gonna go that far. If she's gonna watch this, she's gonna know I can take it even further. But I'm not gonna embarrass you like that because I'm nice. But at the end of the day, you didn't care about my stuff. You were so nonchalant with everything, and you're so sleepy all the time. She always would say she's sleepy. How am I running circles around you, but you're sleepy, and all you have to do is come do this Dubas Dollar stuff or Paislee Hay stuff at the time and go back. So it just overall, she just didn't work out. She ended up telling me she needed a break. I told her that if she needed longer than a 2 month break, that don't even bother coming back. You know why? Because in those 2 months we're doing so much and you're missing out on all this just to think you're gonna come in when we're making money and get in on the profits. Like that's not how that shit works. If you can't help me when I'm on my grind, you're not gonna be there when we're living up in success. So long story short, I hope in life she's getting herself together. She had to graduate from doobies to dollars because it just wasn't working out, and I need some people on my team that um gave a fuck. So yeah, that was her.